is Tutorial Tuesday time. Welcome everybody to another Tutorial Tuesday, where we are going to dive into a dope feature within Logic, and that is flex time. So let's jump into a Logic project, baby. The only thing we have going on in the Logic project is one song, and that's what we're going to use to sample and use the flex time, and that is the song Down by Blink-182. Just so good. The high schooler in me is so in love. We're going to jump to the bridge of this song because I know there's a cool breakdown with just drums and piano, and we are going to use that. It should be around here. Perfect. So the first thing we need to do in order to use flex time is I'm going to want to get this onto the grid, onto our click. And so in order to do that, I need to put on a BPM counter so we can figure out our BPM. Cool, so it thinks 94. I usually think that's a great place to jump off, and then we can go in and double check that it's right. So I'm going to get rid of a lot of the other stuff that we don't need. For the sake of this, we just need a couple bars of that drum loop so we can loop it. Great, we're at 94. Let's zoom way in and put our downbeat on our downbeat and see how close we get. So you hear if I just loop that one bar, it actually sounds pretty good. And if I even loop 4 bars, we should, when we come all the way back, be pretty close. Great, it sounds pretty flawless to me, so 94 must be what they recorded to. This isn't always the case. Sometimes you have to go in and tweak things and stretch them just a little bit to get them perfect. But now we can use our flex time. So I'm going to close this. So there's a whole bunch of ways we can turn on the flex mode here in Logic. One of the ways is by clicking this button here, and that will turn on flex for all of our tracks if we had more than one track. And then right here, this button will enable flex. It's going to take a second to analyze what we have going on, and here's all of our options. So there's a whole bunch of cool options within flex time. The only one I'm going to dive into today is the speed. So if we click speed, because we already locked the song onto the grid and all of our downbeats line up with our downbeats, when we've selected speed, now when I change tempos, it allows us to change the pitch and the speed, and our sample won't move. Or I can go fast. Cool, so you can see how this would be such a fun tool to use. The nice thing is it's staying right on our grid, so if I had a bunch of MIDI instruments happening, drums and other things, those would stay right in time as I change the tempo of our sample. So let's just slow it down a little bit. And now I have this great, not only pitched, but also tempo flexed piece of audio to work with. I'm a huge fan of using the speed ramp. It's great for having that effect like you just turned a record on and you turn the speed down a little bit, or you crank the speed up a little bit. So you can see with the speed effect, it would be a great place to start if I was building my own beat and I wanted to slow down some drums a little bit, or wanted to speed up some piano or vocals. Once you line it up to the grid, you're able to manipulate it by just dragging up and down your tempo, and it's so easy. Thank you guys so much for hanging out on a Tutorial Tuesday. Make sure you let me know what I should do next in the comments for tutorials, and as always, subscribe so you never miss a beat.